National anthem, please. 1, 2, 3.
The Federation, the Chief. Let me start by congratulating the entire board, management and staff of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, especially the Executive Chairman, for the feat achieved in developing 26 standard operating procedures and 25 policies and manuals for the departments, units, and staff of the Commission. I understand from your remarks, Mr. Chairman, that these are the first collection of policy documents ever developed in the 18 years of the Commission's existence, aimed at defining the institutional rules and operational guidelines while instituting uniformity in standards, improving efficiency, and removing discretion from your operations. These are indeed remarkable achievements and are very commendable. Ladies and gentlemen, I am glad to note that the war against corruption, which is one of the cardinal objectives of this administration, is being strengthened through the institutionalization of operational procedures, particularly as they form the building blocks of transparency and accountability in administration and public expenditure. The development of these standards, therefore, demonstrate the commitment of this administration to the fight against corruption and the acceptance of transparency and willingness to be subjected to scrutiny against such standards by our services. This is a confirmation of national efforts against graft. We shall therefore continue to encourage the application of a rules-based system in government business while providing the necessary enabling environment for effective implementation. You may recall, ladies and gentlemen, that since we came into power in 2015, we have consistently demonstrated the necessary political will to fight corruption. We have ensured the operational independence of the anti-graft agencies, strengthened the legal framework, empowered the regulatory agencies, and provided adequate funding to support the fight against corruption. We have also elicited integrity and impartiality in government business consistent with our aspiration for a corrupt-free Nigeria. It is therefore with all sense of humility that I note the excellent performance of the leadership of the EFCC just within 1 year in office. The evident measurable outcomes of 2,220 secured convictions and recoveries of monies over 152 billion naira and 385 United States dollars. Ladies and gentlemen, these outstanding feats achieved are being unveiled today, and I would like to use this opportunity to encourage other ministries, departments, and agencies of government, especially law enforcement agencies, to also ensure the standardization of their processes within the extant laws and regulations as provided in our statutes. I need not to underscore the importance of today's occasion, but let me remind you that the stakes are high, but national expectations are higher. Therefore, we must continue to strive and deal decisively with matters in accordance with the rule of law. On the part of the government, we shall continue to accord all necessary support to MDAs in order to ensure the sustainability of initiatives already commenced in actualizing our vision of a corrupt-free society. Let me conclude by saying that the fight against economic and financial crimes in Nigeria is a collective responsibility of all Nigerians if we are to make meaningful progress as a nation. I invite you all to fight corruption in all its ramifications and join us to entrench good governance values and integrity within all our systems. As I have often said, if we do not kill corruption, corruption will kill us as a nation. I must advise the leadership and operatives of this administration to resist the temptation of being used to partisan politics or be dragged into personal disputes. Your job is to serve the nation in the efforts to entrench good governance. On this note, I have the singular honor to unveil the 26 standard operating procedures and 25 policies and manuals of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for the progress of the Commission and the good of Nigeria. Congratulations to every one of you who have been a part of this success story. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
After your remarks, I have to invite to the podium here. Mr. President, that operating procedures, things are done, is the chairman of the EFCC, senior government official.
Your Excellency, it is with delight and profound gratitude that I welcome all of us here to this unique event, the unveiling of the standard operating procedures, policies and manuals of the economic and financial crimes. Your Excellency, a year ago, I assumed the leadership of the EFCC as the youngest officer to be appointed the Executive Chairman of EFCC. I remain grateful to you, Mr. President, for the confidence reposed in my abilities and competence. Taking on this assignment, Mr. President, I had no illusion that the journey will be easy, but I was clear-sighted on what needed to be done, having served at the EFCC all my career. An open assuming office, I assured Nigerians that positive changes will come and that I will lead an agency that will be the pride of our dear nation, Nigeria. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, with all sense of humility, I'm delighted to inform you that in the last 1 year, we embarked on organizational reforms for improved efficiency. We established a Department of Intelligence to drive our intelligence-led investigation. We equally upgraded the procurement, audit, information and communication technology units into full-fledged departments to ensure their operational independence and in compliance with the directives of the federal government. Your Excellency, we also restructured legal and prosecution as well as operations department to achieve a more targeted and result-oriented drive. Your Excellency, within the same period, the training arm of the Commission, which is the EFCC Academy, was also academically revamped and fully primed to deliver its objectives. The morale of the staff of the EFCC has improved in the last 1 year as steps have been taken to address the long-standing issues of discontent, especially in stagnation on a particular rank for years. And above all, Mr. President, your approval for a new severance benefits and welfare package for the staff has worked wonders. Furthermore, Your Excellency, we have commenced digitalization of the EFCC processes. We have developed an in-house case management software, which has already been deployed at the headquarters as a pilot scheme. This initiative, Your Excellency, saved us over 2 billion naira, as the vendors that came to us presented a huge invoice, but we decided to go in-house and we built it with less than 30 million naira. Your Excellency, we also designed and launched a crime reporting mobile phone application named the Eagle Eye for ease of reporting economic and financial crimes by the public from the comfort of their homes. This app is the first of its kind in Nigeria within the law enforcement agencies. The app, which was launched in July 2021, is now a treasure hub of intelligence for the EFCC. All these reforms, Your Excellency, are anchored on our 5-year strategic plan, 2021 to 2025, also launched within the last 1 year, and which is consistent with the 5 strategic objectives of the plan. The objectives, Your Excellency, are to increase public engagement in the fight against economic and financial crimes, to improve systems and processes for the prevention of economic and financial crimes, to improve intelligence-driven investigation, prosecution, asset recovery and management, to improve law enforcement coordination and collaboration with stakeholders, and finally, to enhance institutional capacity and human capital development. Your Excellency, through your support and the support of the National Assembly, they have provided for us all the necessary fiscal appropriation for us to continue and to enforce our mandate without any hitch. We have tackled some office accommodation and logistical challenges affecting the Commission, particularly at the zonal commands. These reforms have shown a direct impact on the key indices for measuring the performance of law enforcement agencies across the world, which are convictions and asset recovery. I'm pleased to inform you, Your Excellency, that last year alone, we secured an unprecedented 2,220 convictions, the highest in the history of the EFCC. And we have recovered also within the same period 152 billion and 385 million United States dollars. Your Excellency, invited guests, This feat is an incentive for us to do more, and we are at crucial junction in the evolution of the EFCC. And I recall a year ago, precisely on the 24th of February 2021, Your Excellency, when I appeared before the Nigerian Senate for my confirmation screening, I pledged to strengthen the institutional framework of the EFCC, including elimination of discretion in its operation. I said on that occasion, Your Excellency, and permit me to quote, that we are looking forward for an EFCC where, as the executive chairman, if I issued a directive to a junior officer, he will look me in the face and say, "Sir, I understand your instruction, but I cannot carry it out because it is contrary to our policies or standard operational procedure." And in keeping with that commitment, Your Excellency, I'm delighted to inform you this morning that we have laid the building blocks for principles, standards, and best practices for the cosmopolitan agency that the EFCC is, an agency aimed at achieving effective and sustainable organizational efficiency, one that is fully poised to take on the challenges of fighting corruption. It comes in the form of standard operating procedures, policies, manuals that will guide the Commission's processes, systems, and activities. Your Excellency, it is from the above background and with delight that we have before you for unveiling 26 standard operating procedures for departments and specialized units of the Commission, and 25 policies and manuals. The policy and manual documents before you, Your Excellency, are Document Security and Classification Policy, Official Correspondence Policy, Correspondence Manual, Staff Welfare Policy, Orderly Room Trial Manual, Use of Firearms and Ammunition Policy, Sexual Harassment and Bullying Policy, Training Policy, Health, Safety, Environment Policy, Official Logo Manual, Health Policy, Codes and Standards of Operational Behavior Policy, Official Vehicle and Fleet Management Policy, Ranking Structure and Scheme of Service Policy, Uniform and Dress Code Manual, Communication Policy, Retirement and Severance Benefits Policy, Information and Communications Acceptable Usage Policy, Information and Communication Policy, Petition Voting Policy, Official Letter-Headed Manual, Operational Manual for Zero Tolerance and Integrity Clubs that we hope to launch in all tertiary and secondary school institutions, and finally, Your Excellency, Anti-Corruption Preaching, Teaching Manual for Muslims and Christians in Nigeria, which we also hope to launch again very soon. With your support, Your Excellency, I'm glad that we have delivered to the EFCC a unique DNA with these documents that will guide the conduct of officers and men of the EFCC. Permit me at this juncture, Your Excellency, to seize this opportunity to commend the Commission's personnel who remain dedicated to this patriotic duty to rid our society of economic and financial crimes. Our promise today is that we will not rest on our laurels until attitudinal change and law enforcement drives Commission to the barest minimum in our dear country, while in the same vein, reminding Nigerians that the EFCC will always get any criminal anywhere, anytime. In conclusion, Your Excellency, we strongly believe that there is nothing wrong in Nigeria that cannot be right with what is right with Nigeria. Once again, thank you, Mr. President, for agreeing to unveil these historic documents for the EFCC.
Secretary to the Government of